4 tips to make your ex miss you. Hey folks, Jim Miller here, helping you find and keep the love of your life and write a better love story. Going to ask, if you're new to the channel, smash the subscribe button, tick the bell icon when you do, that way you're notified whenever I upload new content. Also would like to ask you to give me a thumbs up, leave a comment in the section below the video. Also check out the description down there. Got some free ebooks that I give away. You can download those right away, as well as my personal email address. But let's get into the content. 4 tips to make your ex miss you. And understand something, first of all. There's nothing you can really do that's going to make your ex miss you, so far as that goes. But making some small changes in your life, your ex missing you will be a byproduct of that. And that's the way that you need to look at this. You're not doing this for your ex, you're doing this for you. Make the changes in your life. They will benefit you whether your ex comes back or not. But making these changes can help your ex to miss you. And tip number 1 is to take the high road in the breakup. What I mean by that is, don't fight and complain and beg and plead and make all the mistakes that so many of us make right after a breakup. Take the high road. If you can, accept it. Walk away with a smile on your face. Thank them for, the time that you had together, and walk away. Oftentimes an ex is, when someone breaks up with us, they're expecting us to just be destroyed. And taking the high road like that, walking away from it, will actually help them. It'll confuse them, and they'll wonder, might make them rethink their decision. Number 1. Number 2, don't talk shit about your ex. Don't talk shit about your ex. Take the high road. Don't talk a bunch of shit about them. You are talking to friends and family. You can say, yes, it was good. We had a good time. I'm hurt, whatnot like that. But take the high road out of this. Step number 2 is no contact. And we talk about no contact a lot, but here's the truth. If you're in contact with your ex every day, if you're calling them every day, or you're texting them every day, or you're trying to reach out to them all the time on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, if you're trying to contact them, they don't have a chance to miss you. So you've got to give them some space away from that. And you've got to take some space for yourself as well. This is terribly important, that you take that space away from your ex. Gives you time to kind of gather your thoughts, figure out where you are, and it makes your ex miss you. Regardless of what happened in a relationship, over time that bad stuff tends to get pushed down and the good memories start to float back up. So over time, your ex not hearing from you will make them wonder what's going on, and it will often make them miss you. Step number 3, and this is the big one, folks, is to work on yourself. Become a better version of yourself. People are like, what do you mean by that? Well, work on yourself. Do you need to lose some weight? Lose some weight. Work on yourself. Become a better person, a better version of you. If you have character defects and you know about them, work on those. Work on trying to be better. If maybe you're too sarcastic, maybe you're too angry, or you have a short fuse. Work on these things. Work on these personal characteristics about yourself that maybe you don't like. Now, that said, you don't need to make a bunch of changes for your ex. Again, all these you're making are for you, not for your ex. Not to get your ex back. That may be the end goal, but bettering yourself is never a waste of time, whether your ex comes back or not. So step number 3 is obviously to work on yourself and become a better version of yourself. Step number 4 is to present a positive image. When you're out and about, friends, family, and whatnot like that, present a positive image. Again, you don't want to talk shit about your ex. You don't want to throw off how miserable you are. I've done that before. How are you? Oh, I'm just miserable. I'm terrible. My life is over without this person in my life, which couldn't really be further from the truth. Present a positive image. Maybe change your style a little bit. Get your hair done differently. Things like this. Not only will that make you feel better about yourself, you look in the mirror, but people will see that. When you feel better about yourself, you kind of give that off. And people will see that. It makes you a more attractive person. A quick story. Years ago, I was in a relationship, and my idea of style was cargo shorts and t-shirts. Yeah, let that sink in for a minute. I was in a relationship, and I would get home from work, and I would throw on cargo shorts and a t-shirt, and she would get home from work and just, go back there, and the first thing she'd do is put on these old baggy pajamas. And this is the way we presented ourselves to each other. She bought me a lot of nice shirts and things like that, but I didn't have that style back then. I didn't want to wear it. Well, when we broke up, I started wearing some of these shirts. I wanted to look better. And I looked better and I felt better about myself. Anyway, she went to one of our mutual friends and was saying, I don't understand. I was always trying to get him to dress nicer and whatnot like that. And all of a sudden I break up with him and he's dressing nicer. Understand something. People will notice this and people will talk about it. These changes you make will get back to your ex. And good, positive changes getting back to your ex. Your ex, when you break up, your ex is expecting certain things. They're expecting you to act in a certain way or to be a certain way. And if you don't do that, if you break the rules and you don't do that, it takes them by surprise. And it can make them rethink the decision. Now, like I always say, you do not want to trick an ex back into your life. You do not want to manipulate an ex back into your life. When I was broken up before, I wanted my ex back, but I wanted my ex back because she loved me, because I loved her. I wanted it to be an honest, open relationship. And that's what I now have. I didn't want to trick her back into my life, and I see a lot of that going on. So these are things that you can do. These 4 steps, okay, take the high road. Now, if you've already screwed up in the breakup, you've already done the begging and pleading and whatnot, it's not too late, okay? It's not too late. Just don't do it anymore. Stop with that, okay? Step number 2 is to go into no contact. And if your ex does contact you, don't give them what they're looking for. If they're fishing for a compliment or they're fishing to see how you're feeling, you have to be careful how you respond. Now, if they're reaching out to you because they want to talk about maybe getting back together, then I say go for it. That's kind of what you're looking for. But if they're just reaching out to you so you'll tell them how pretty they are, how handsome they are, or what a great person they are, you don't have to be rude, you don't have to be nasty, but you don't have to go overboard and throw compliments all over the place for them. So that's step 2. Anyway, then work on yourself and to present a positive image. All of these things, folks, will help your ex to miss you, number 1. But number 2, they will also make you feel better about yourself. And again, when you feel better about yourself, you present that image. You give that off. You have that air of confidence of you know what, I'm a pretty good deal. And this is what you want to give off. So that's what I got for you tonight, folks. I want to just take a moment to thank everybody who's been watching the videos. The channel's starting to grow, and I really do appreciate that. Again, thumbs up, comment down below. These things will help me grow the channel, and I appreciate it. Share the video. Somebody going through a breakup, share the video with them. That would be a great thing. I truly do appreciate it, but I appreciate everyone's input, and I appreciate everyone's support. So again, folks, Jim Miller, helping you find and keep the love of your life and write a better love story. Have a great night. Thank you.